Hello, everybody, and welcome to James C. Starke Radio. I'm your host, Jim, and in the studio with me today, I can't believe this is so awesome. I have the amazing, the awesome filmmaker, musician, model, artiste, empresario, Mr. Tony Noyes. Tony, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back, man.
I think shaking a glass of ice sounds like a crowd maybe on there.
I don't know. You're a Foley artist. You can do that. Yeah.
Yes. Hello. I'm doing very well. Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me on the show.
Dude,
again.
It's great to have you back. So much has happened since I've had you on last time. Man, let's get right to this. I was looking through my messenger the other day. A little ping pops up, and I get this invitation, which really was cool because it said private invitation and all that, to the cast and crew screening of your new movie, Undead in the West. And let me tell you, buddy, number one, I'm honored. It was so exciting to be there. I saw that, flipped out, maybe you sent it to the wrong person. I was like, oh man, it's really exciting. This is great. But to be there and to talk to you before that, and then see all this come to fruition and all that stuff, and to see everybody's reaction, and oh man, it was wonderful. I had a great time, man. And
I'm glad you came.
How did you feel after that, man? How did it feel when? You know what?
It feels great.
Let's do this. Let's let you give a couple shout-outs to a few people in there, and I want to play everybody the sound clip I got of you right before this happened.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I love that you did that, cool. Man. You know, you thought ahead, and showed up, interviewed people, interviewed me. I'm got the jitters, and I'm like, but I always tell everybody. You get like a pit in my stomach, like because I want everybody to like it who's there. And so I do. I get nervous, and oh shit, but you do. You got to hold it together and hope you like it. But no, I love that you did that. I got to give a shout out to. It was at Sun Studios in Tempe. Sun Studios,
beautiful
Arizona,
place. Great people.
Place, and you didn't even get the full tour. Oh my God. They got a huge room with they have sound stages. One with a green screen in it. They have another one. I mean, you can just go in there and build shit and film it if you know.
Yeah.
So I've been working with them a little bit. I'm really excited. The people are great. Chris McGlennon is awesome. She set all this up with Kiki's Cupcakes that catered.
Those are delicious, by the way. Those were
amazing.
Great. And the way you had them all set up in the whole theme of the Undead thing. That was so cool.
That was all them. That was Kiki's Cupcakes. So they did the research to find out what are we doing. Okay, zombies and Western, and they went ahead and themed the whole. Everything had a zombie hand coming out of a brownie, an eyeball on a cookie.
I know, it was great. I was even taking pictures of that.
It was amazing.
It was so
cool. Props to them. Props to Ruben for accommodating me on the theater and getting nobody knows the file wasn't working. We couldn't get the shit working through the projector that they had, so I had to bring mine and plug it all up and make the fucker work like at midnight the night before.
Of all things.
Yeah. You know what? I'm used to it. After all the shows that go awry and you have to like save the day and save the show, and the show must go on. I was like, this is just what happens as long as it plays at showtime. And it did. That was cool. And I'm glad you could make it, man. You really, like I said, you sprinkled your sunshine, your rays of light when you show up, your smile. You brought me a cool card and a gift and all that, and I appreciate that. So
man, it was my pleasure. I love being there. I know. I see it's my very own Undead in the West shirt, The Tales of Levi Cooper, and it has Tony's signature on it. So I'm really happy about that. Thank you so much, brother. That's so cool.
You're very welcome. And play. If you want to play it, I haven't heard it either.
Yeah, I know.
I don't listen back to my stuff.
So a little backstory in this: we're backstage right before the screening, and I'm very excited on these little clips here, so I'm talking a little fast on some of them, but it's not me. It's about Tony. So check it out, and then there's a few of them here. We're going to play the before and the after, but let's do the before first, and then we'll go from there. So check this out, you guys. This is me and Tony backstage right before the show.
Part of the sign language. Sorry.
That's why we're standing out here.
I need to brush up. Brush up on that. I was just going to let you go.
So, dude, we're backstage.
Yeah, we are.
At your screening, cast and crew here.
Yeah, we are.
All right, how we feeling, baby? I gotta hear it. How you doing?
I feel stoked. I'm excited, and then I always get this little pit or excitement, the butterfly thing, before screening it. I did every time. Like Klaus was the first one, my first film, and then I had people. We were sitting in a living room and put it on the big screen TV, but I was like sitting in the back, going, "Oh my God, does everybody like it? Do they?" So cool. So I get nervous, but I'm excited at the same time.
I know everybody inside's really excited too.
A little more familiar. I love it. This one is, I didn't show any. I showed people rough cuts with, they kind of got the format, but it was very rough. So none of them have seen the product at it, finished product. So I wanted to wait, and everybody's like, "Can I see it?" And I go, "Fuck no, I'm going to wait." This has got to be a Christmas present, and open it up, and bam, I want them to be surprised and see what we all did. So
we'll check it out afterwards, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's awesome. I feel good. I feel good. I mean, it's an accomplishment, and I'm very happy that it's. I mostly want to show it to them because it's a group effort.
I loved our last interview when you were just talking about doing this and finishing this up, and now here you are, man.
Yeah, and then we're going to talk again about afterwards.
Right, afterwards. All right, I'm not going to hold you up anymore.
You're awesome at this. You're good at this.
Look at you. Thank you so much.
You were the most positive mother. You give me all these notes. He shoots me a message and cheering me on. I'm like, I feel like super. I put on my Superman thing right here.
I know.
My little pendant. I'm like, fuck, let's go fly.
All right, we're going to go. So we'll let you go. Okay, so that's Tony trying to hide his nervous breakdown. What you didn't see is the tremors and his eyes crossing and the twitching. But I think you held it together.
Completely juiced.
That was so cool.
I'm ready to go. And blah, 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 blah.
That's so cool, man.
Rush.
Now, you surprised us there. We're going to get to the after interview, too, and then we have some other people that are talking about it that I got a chance to interview. Not all of them, because it will be here all day, but it was, I got some really good ones here. You surprised us, and you baited us in for Undead in the West. And then you showed us another movie as well called Claws that you had done years ago.
My first film.
And to see that first film and then to see the next one here, and I know you snuck another one in between there too, or you're working on another one. Right? We'll talk about
that. There's some trailers.
Yeah. Okay. There's more trailers.
And a FearCon commercial, little plug.
Yeah,
studios.
Those are really cool too. So you showed us Claws, which was a horror movie, it was psychological horror. It was just freaking cool. Oh, was it cool? The twist on that one is excellent. And then you showed us Undead in the West, and plus we got to see bloopers. That was great too. But man, the work you put into this and the detail you put into this, everything else you did the writing and the directing, the producing, you did the Foley work even. You wrote the music to it. You wrote the score to it. Man, where did you find the time for all this, Tony? I mean, you're just like Superman here doing all. I know you had your crew and stuff doing, but you still had all that other stuff to do. And you're still sitting here. You're not in the hospital or anything.
Well, yeah, I was released. They just gave me the IV for a while to rejuice. No, it was it took a lot longer to do the film, than I probably really want. When you have a crew of people editing and writing the music, and they throw them together.
Sure.
But for this one, it was I do it to save money, mainly. And, I had somebody say, well, you like to keep the control. Well, to a certain extent, I do like it to be the vision that I originally wrote. I try to keep it as true to that as we can. But, of course, you bring in actors. They bring their own thing. And it morphs into this other really cool thing. But editing is so crucial, and music and Foley is, important.
Oh, yeah.
But basically, there's nobody else I know without charging an arm and a leg. But, and I like getting it done. And, it's an accomplishment. I like it done right. And if there's any little thing that throws me off, that I'm going, it's just not right, I go back and redo it. And then I, have my son come in and take a look at it, Zachary. He'll look and go, yeah, I can tell that's phony. And I go, okay.
Yeah, and you go back. The kids pick up on that stuff. And your kid is so talented, too. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree in that family.
Thanks, yeah,
so
he is.
I know he was looking over your shoulder a lot during that editing. He's like, Dad, that sucks. Dad, that's good. Dad, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, I'd throw it and say, see anything out of place there? And he'd start guessing, is it the rock? Is it the horse is it the horse trough? Is it the, I go, all right, you don't know what it is.
Yeah, gotcha.
I fooled you.
Yeah, there you
so
go.
It's good.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so that's, it just takes time, and I just go at it a little bit. It's not a constant editing thing. I had to walk away after a while. You get in there and just, okay, I need a break, and walk away from it, come back, look what you did, and get started in the next, phase of special effects. I think which is probably the most difficult of the whole thing.
I'm sure it is.
Because I see a telephone pole in the background. They didn't have those in the Old West, or not like they do there.
Right.
Or a cell phone tower is up on the top, and I'm like, shit, I got to get rid of that. So I have to match it, and it takes a lot of work to get that out and make it look right.
And the effects you did in there are great. It's like you covered everything with such detail. It was so cool. I want to say so much about it, but I can't. We got to wait, let everybody else see it first.
Right.
But you can see the trailer. It's all over Facebook. It's you can see it also at TonyNoyes.com. That's NOYES, like no yes put together. So he never makes up his mind. That's why. But
Mr. Maybe.
Yeah, Mr. Maybe. There you go. So it's Tony Noyes and .com. You can check it out. It's on my feed at Jim Starke on Facebook and the James C. Starke radio page and the Jim Starke Show and Tony Noyes page and pretty much everybody in the cast on their page. So check out the trailer. But now here's the good news. You guys want to see this sucker, you have to see this sucker. Not if you want to, you have to. It's really cool.
Yes, you do.
It'll be playing, Undead in the West will be playing with Claws, both of them, at FearCon October 18th and 19th. Correct? And that's in Tempe at Sun Studios.
Yes.
So the same place we saw the screening, and that place is so cool. Like you were saying, it's so nice. People there were great. Now, your cast, man, what a bunch of cool people, and your crew. What a tight, like a big family. And to see all the happy faces and the accomplishment you guys did, that was, what an awesome memory that's going to be, you know? And something I'll always get to look back on. I got to be part of that night, you know?
Yeah, I'm glad you can make it.
It's so cool. Let's check this out. You wrote the title song to this. You got some other songs to share with us too. How did?
Well, I'd like to give a props
go
to
ahead.
everybody in the crew as well, and the cast. I mean, they are amazing people, and they're the reason that I'm as far as I am, as far as making films. Good Stew Productions.
Oh, you gotta have a good cast.
You know, they're a core of people that, you know, they produce films as well, and they gave me a role in their film and kicked me in the ass because I was looking around going, this is so fucking cool. Yeah. I got to really start, and I'd already been dabbling in stuff. I said, I got to get serious. Let's do something, you know. So they were like, whatever you need. So we help each other out, and then everybody else that it was a part of it. They brought their game, you know, and just made the film. Each character is their own. It's unique, and it just keeps you jumping. You know, it keeps you very entertained. I think, you know. So it's not just the special effects and the things that I do. It's those people that act, that bring it to life.
Sure, yeah.
Make it so special. So, yeah, you know, Joey Plekas, who is the DP, director of photography, he's got an amazing eye. I can say, here's what I'm looking for, and he just, I mean, and it might be a shot that you never thought of or seen before, and he just goes, oh, I got it, okay. And he sees it in his head, and then he'll go, how about let's try another one like this. And he comes up with great shots. And so, yeah, it's just, I feel like it's a big family, and that's why I wanted everybody to really enjoy it and enjoy themselves for the night.
It was fun. A couple of the cast members showed up in costume, too. That was neat.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, they dressed Western, and we brought Pete Blackbone supplied the uniforms for everybody, and
cool.
I can't call them costumes.
Yeah, they're uniforms.
They're uniforms.
That's right. That's right.
They're Old West uniforms, clothing. But we brought some hats and a couple of them, and I didn't know if John might jump at his hat and get in the coat, but he was like, "Nah, I'm just here to watch it." You know.
John was funny too. He got out of his car and just floated across that parking lot. He was on cloud 9. He couldn't wait to get in there and see it, man. He just big old grin on his face.
So grateful for being in it, and for me, it was a no-brainer. I'm like, the guy is fucking great. We've been friends a long time.
He's a natural cowboy.
I love that guy. Yeah, he's just I love. He's just a rock and roll cowboy, and he is. He's a natural. He just said, "I just be yourself on the set. What would you do in this situation? Go."
Yeah,
action.
That gruff voice. Well, Carson.
Yeah. Where you going, boy?
Where you going, boy?
Yeah, he starts out the film like that. It was just
it's so cool.
Yeah, it really turned out great. And a lot of those guys I didn't know who I was going to put for Bill Wood. I didn't know who was going to be. Carson already had a cast, but some of the other gang members, I wasn't sure their positions until they got in uniform, and I saw how they were talking. And John's like, he's that rock and roll loud cowboy, aggressive, and I go, he's got to be at the top of the hierarchy of the chain, of the Gibson
put him in there
gang.
perfect.
So, yeah,
and he did a great
job. Everybody
job.
just played their part great.
They all did, everybody did. Let's check out this tune, put everybody in the mood here, and then we're going to hear your reaction afterwards of the screening. So let's put everybody in the mood with this.
Cool.
How did you write Hangman? What came?
Hangman is an old tune that I actually did with my band Deadwood in '93. We came out with a CD, and very low budget. We ran in the studio, did I think it was 9 songs at the time. Very proud of it. It was kind of an acoustic. Some of the tunes that I really love are those feelings. I love ballads and love songs and those acoustic-y. Where Eric Clapton takes Layla and puts it into an acoustic, slows it way down, and Layla, I'm like, and then puts all these instruments behind it and whatever, I just go, wow. And backing vocals was incredible. So this song was on there.
It fit perfect.
And I was, thinking of putting other songs. I reached out to some bands that, it just didn't work out or whatever happened.
Sure.
So this one, I was in the middle. I just said I want to remake that song anyway, and there was really no hangings going on in the film as of yet. But I thought, let's do it. And after I did the song, I redid it, and this is the version that I redid, and it turned out so good. I go, all right, I'll throw it in there, and it fit,
Yeah, it
in
fit
some
perfect.
of the areas. So
let's check it out. This is Hangman from Tony Noyes. That's so cool. That makes me want to put on a cowboy hat and like smash beer bottles, trash the bar, and just get nuts, man.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Go on the middle of the street, and middle of town, and just fire
and just my boots and a cowboy hat. That's it. I just want to run around naked, smashing beer bottles.
Yeah, right. Yeah. With a holster on, you got to have your gun belt and a holster, and
maybe one of those one-sided thongs or something. I don't know. Those ridiculous things, but yeah, I definitely want to break things. That's so cool. I want to get back to Claus for a second. I have a few questions if I can bring them up. You do a couple cool effects in there, and can I even ask you this? The Santa trick. Should everybody watch this first, or can we talk about that? How you make Santa?
Oh yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay,
that's cool.
How did you make him fly? How does he wind up on the roof?
Flies. Yeah. So it is a fun story, and I wish I would have actually recorded that to put in like the making of or something.
Okay, recording you doing that.
Because it was in the credits it says stunt team Tony's dumbass, and then Zachary stood by to dial 911. Yeah, because he was. I said you got to come out here and help me, but no, it was a reversal film.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I had, and that's me in the suit dropping off of my roof in the backyard into. What is it, like an air track, which is an air mattress.
Okay.
And then a couple other mattresses that I kind of lifted and put in there, but I had to go backwards.
Just in case mattresses.
I had to go backwards with a knife. I started off and I had a knife, and I went, this is just not very smart, because he was supposed to jump up there with a knife. And so when I did it backwards, I was able to. I ended up pulling the knife, and then I went to go step off. I dropped the knife right before I stepped off. But I couldn't just jump off the roof, because it had to look like I flew up.
Like you flew up there,
and landed on there. So I had to actually step off of the roof first, backwards.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I had.
It looks like you're stepping up.
It took some leg strength to like actually step off of the roof with one leg.
How many takes was it?
I think I tried it 3 times.
About 3 times.
It was 3, and it was scary because I don't know where I'm landing, and I had to just go off.
Yeah, you're going backwards.
Hopefully, I hit the right spot in a Santa suit, but it worked out. It was great. So I mean, I played. I think it was the 3rd time I did it. I go, okay, that worked. That was good.
And it was so cool because it's a really neat twist at the end. It's got all this just neat stuff. Again, I can't want to talk about it so bad, but we got to save this for FearCon. Again, FearCon, Tempe Sun Studios, October 18th and 19th this year. So
That's
be
right.
there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So when you're putting all this together and you put the twist, we got this whole horror situation going on. So everyone's a little freaked at the end, and then you run the blooper reels and you turn this whole thing into a comedy. Dude, that was hilarious. So it was so neat seeing that afterwards, and I there's a couple of those that just are great. You guys got to see it. It's fun. So anyway, just be there. Make sure you're there. So Undead in the West, and we talked about this before, Tony. You were putting this together. It took you a long time, and you finally pulled it together, and you got everybody out there. How many days of shooting did it take at the end there when you finally had the whole cast together? Because I know you had to do the trailers at one time, and you came back and you did some more stuff. And
you mean for Undead in the West?
Undead in the West, yeah.
Yeah, there was a total of 5 shoots that we did, and there was, what do I want to say, 1, 2. I want to say 3 on location there at Pioneer History Living Museum, which is where we did it. Props to them, by the way, for supplying the lovely backdrop. Good people there. And so we had to schedule 3 shoots there, and then I had to do some it was probably more of a couple pickup shots that I did just with Tim and Pete. We did one day there, and then the other day we went to Lemonade Acre, and we did some filming out there, which is a lot of the special effects he had on hand there. They did the squibs and the
cool.
Slicing and the dicing of the bodies and whatever. I can't give away too much of it, but they did all those cool bloody effects. So doing it on location's a lot better than out where it was. So anyway, we did a total of, what was it, a 5-hour. Wait, we got there at 7, 6. So it was an 8-hour day. I think we did an 8-hour total.
What was the hardest thing about all this? Like, what was the biggest struggle through this whole adventure?
I've been fortunate, I think, enough to, I don't see like a big struggle on doing this. I mean, everything kind of looks like, everything's a task, and I know it's going to be a task. I know it's going to be challenging. I know there's going to be problems. There's going to be shit that goes wrong. And so I know that I'm going to have to play Superman and put on my Superman pendant. But, I always do that because, I got to save the day. I always did that at work where I go, today's going to be a fucking crazy day. It's impossible to do this today. I got to put on my Superman shirt and be Superman and figure it out. So that's kind of what the film thing has been. But I haven't found, a huge challenging thing. In Claws, when we were making that, I had a challenge. I was very hungover one morning, so I was my biggest fucking problem. I went in there hungover, and I had to crack a couple beers. I was still drunk from the night before. Do not direct a film that way, folks. You don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, the whole crew's like, all right, this is crazy. He's cracking beers. But, and we ended up having to reshoot because there was details missed. And, that was also a casting thing. We tried to give... it was the kid in the bed. If you remember Logan, what's his name? He was in the bed, but there was a child before that we tried shooting there. Well, you didn't see him on the screen. It didn't work out. We shot the whole thing, and he did great for a screen test. But when we got around with the film and the lights and everything, he just was like, he couldn't do it. So that whole shot was kind of a wash, but and we had sound issues. So things like that, I would say, they happen. You don't like them as a filmmaker. We don't like them.
Sure,
It sounds bad, and you go, now I got to do ADR, get the actors in to go over the top of it. So, the whole thing's challenging. So I don't see.
Let's hear you after all this, our little after video, or after
the
aftermath of what happened here. This is right after we watched it. I snagged you before the crowd can get a hold of you. So
to refresh my memory, I was floating on a cloud.
You were totally floating, and now this is a little echoey because we were hiding in a different place because there was people everywhere, so we had to find just an empty room.
Natural reverb.
So we have some natural reverb. Again, you guys, on this one, I'm going to play a few more sound bites right after this so you can hear a couple of the cast members and another person who just gave us a review. And I'm very excited, so I'm talking kind of quick and running through my words to try to get the answers from him. I was so excited for him. So just bear with me here and check these out. This is Tony right after the screening. Okay, brother, we're back. It was a success. Oh my God, it was awesome. It was wonderful, and you kicked its ass. Man, did you hear that audience when you were done?
Yeah.
And you were back there all curled up in the fetal position. Yeah. And you had all those tissues. Did you hear everybody?
Yeah, I was able to rise from the rubbish of tissues and go and hang my head high. Hold my head high, not hang it.
How are you feeling, buddy? Seriously, how are you feeling right now?
I'm glad that everybody liked it so much. It's. It's that people pleaser part in me that, I want them to like as much as I do. Because I have this passion for it, and it's a vision that I see in my head. And if I'm to be able to bring that to a screen and have everybody, love the film and be entertained and get a good feeling off of it, that's what it's all about, is watching the film. And like I said, if I watch a film and a kung fu film and I want to be Jackie Chan at the end of it and I'm out kicking and throwing kicks and punches coming out of the movie theater, that's what I want everybody to feel, this juiced feeling. And I think we accomplished that,
And you surprised us and you gave us 2 movies tonight instead of 1.
Right.
You set us up for 1. And then he surprised us with Claws as well.
Right.
We got to double those Claws and then Undead in the West, man.
Right.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well,
so I hope you liked both of them. Claws was the first one.
You have a crowd waiting for you, man. So I'm gonna let you go and enjoy. And
Thanks for coming.
And I'll see you next time, man.
Awesome, man. Yes.
Take care,
Thanks
my
for
brother.
coming.
All right, man. You bet, brother. Well, there you have it. A little nice and calm, floating on cloud 9 there. And, that was
where
really
were you
cool.
speaking fast? Because compared to me,
and the next couple,
my adrenaline rush. You're like really calm and slow, talking like this. Compared to me, going.
A couple others here, I'm pretty quick. So let's check out a couple more, and we got a couple of cast members here too that I talked to. I'm trying to find them here. Let's talk to John first. Check this out. Now I'm here with John Bloodworth, another star of Undead in the West. John, that was awesome, dude. You did such a great job, dude. What can you tell us about? How do you feel about this?
Oh, I'm very fortunate to be a part of it. For one, it's my first time I ever did anything like that, and Tony brought me in on it. Thought I'd look like a good cowboy. It really worked out. I got a great character. Give it a watch when it comes out and judge for yourself, but I think it's unique.
I think it's great. I think you guys did a great job.
I appreciate it.
I'd like to say more, but I'm going to keep it so I'll keep it quiet so everybody can see it for themselves.
We don't want to let too much out. I've been warned.
So. John, thanks so much.
All right,
man.
hey, thanks for coming by, and thanks for watching it. And
you bet. My pleasure, man.
All right.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
You guys, I'm here with Tim Helmstetter. You starred in Undead in the West, Tony Noyes' new movie, and we're here. I just want to ask you, how do you think it went? How do you feel about it?
Oh, I felt awesome about it. I mean, everybody in that movie did exactly what they were supposed to do, and it just came together magically. Tony had a great job of putting his vision together and just kind of told us what to do, and we did it, and it just melded together so well.
Hey, man, it's great. I absolutely loved it. And you guys pulled it together and didn't melt in like 130,000 degree weather out there.
It was pretty hot, a couple of those shoots. It really was. Luckily, the day we had the horse out there, it was a lot cooler. I think that was done in February. But those hot days out there at Pioneer Village, we were sweating.
That's awesome. I don't want to hold you up. I'm sure a lot of people want to talk to you. You did a great job. It was a pleasure to see it. I can't wait till it's on the big screen at FairCon and everybody else gets to share it too, man.
I can't wait to see the reactions from the audience there too.
Oh, I know. It was great. Tonight was a great turnout and everybody loved it. So thank you so much, Tim.
Thank you.
Love it, man. Okay, we got a couple more. Check these out, man. This is so cool. So can I get your review on Undead in the West? What did you think of Tony Noyes' movie tonight? You were invited to the sneak preview cast and crew, and you were on the invitation list. What did you think?
I thought it was very cool. I thought the idea was really good, and I hope it takes off. To see it on the big screen, I think it'd be great as a whole movie. Yeah, I like it. It was great.
Awesome. And now we have a little sneaky one that I got from a certain Mrs. Noyes. Check her out. Now I'm here with the beautiful Mrs. Tony Noyes. Sweetie, tell us about how, I know you're proud of your husband tonight. Tell us how the turnout was.
I think the turnout was awesome. It was great for everybody to see what he's able to do. You know,
he's amazing.
No, he is. Everything that he can do, and it's great to watch people's faces watching the film for the first time and seeing the reactions, and it's fun.
Great, man. It was so cool. Thanks for having us out here, man. The crowd was great, and the movie's great. And keep him level. Keep him grounded for us, because you know how he gets. I'm only kidding. I love him. He's great. Thank you so much, sweetie. Take care. Well, there you have it, brother. This is the first time you got to hear that.
That's like amazing to hear.
How does it make you feel?
I got to say on my wife there. She doesn't. I'm surprised you got an interview out of her, but she was such a big help there. So I got to give props to her there, helping me set up. She's done that with everything. If I'm doing a music thing, I'll put the garb out, the shirts and the CDs for the music little booth off to the side, so you sell merch, the merch booth, and she's manned the booth. She's helped put shit away when I'm packing the PA, and she's just been there.
That's great.
We've been together 20 years, and
congratulations.
20, 25, 30, I don't know. A long time, but yeah.
But a good long time.
Is it 25? Yeah, it's 25.
Man, you better get your shit together, because she hears
25
this.
together. Well, you know what it is? We met, and we were together a long time. I think it was, I want to say 7 years or so, and then we got married, and so then we have 2 anniversaries.
Oh, good.
But anyway, so yeah, I love hearing. Everybody. I love the interviews. I'm glad they were happy with what happened. And as Tim said, there was a lot of winging it. They had the script, but all those details and special effects they don't see. And the way it's we shoot out of sequence. So they're like, I don't know where it's going from here. And I just say, we're going to do this scene, and they look at the sides, the side notes and their lines, and they go, okay. And I say, okay, we're gonna do this way. Here's what's happening, because we're on a budget. We have only so much time there.
Sure.
And I wish there was more money to just say, hey, we can relax here. We're gonna be here and go to your trailer and study the thing and come back. But everybody is so great. I think they see kind of where we're going. Yeah. A lot of those added extras they didn't see, and they did a great job, bringing the character to life and pretending this shit's going on and bullets are flying or whatever's happening.
Yeah, they did so good, and I know you're the type that just be yourself. You don't have to keep acting, and they did so good, and they still did such a great job that I didn't even recognize a couple of them when I got there, because I would have never guessed they were that same character. Yeah. And I was trying to pick them out as they were coming in too, and I had some of them nailed, and I'm like. Tim walks out, and I'm like, that's what? Get over here. I was like, wow, I can't believe what he did up there. The transformation.
Right.
Everybody was cool.
Yeah.
What a great job. Now.
Did you notice Pete, I got to say, too, was a great transformation. With the eye patch.
Yeah.
And the hat, and that was him. He sends me a photo. He's like, what do you think of this character? I go, good.
Nailed it.
Way to go.
Nailed it.
And he's got his cleaver. It was his idea. He said, how about I carry this cleaver? So I go, we're going to call you Butch the Butcher. But, so it just did come together magically, as Tim said. It was amazing, every part of it. So I would love to say what a huge problem we had. But it didn't.
You didn't.
I mean, it was
You had some happy accidents.
Yeah, some shit happened.
But they worked out.
One of the parts we got there, and I had forgotten the special effects makeup.
Okay.
And I was going to do something simple like a bullet hole wound. And I go, we got no blood, we got nothing to do this with. And I don't want to try to match it later and all that. So Pete Blackbone had said, well, I could run to the store real quick. Their closest store is about 5 miles, 7 miles away. Right, so he runs and grabs like some peanut butter and some, and some food coloring,
all the goodies,
some syrup or whatever it was, and we mixed the shit together and we made bullet holes and stuff there.
These are the tricks of the trade, kids.
Right. So things like that happen, but I wouldn't say it's like, oh crap, what are we gonna do? You just roll with the punches and change course to make whatever we have to do to get the shot and make the movie work. So
and always have extra peanut butter.
Absolutely. Yeah. From now on, I always have peanut butter, except for on the 117 degree weather days. It melts really quick. Very greasy.
I don't know how you guys got through that too, man. Bazillion degrees, and you're in like 5 layers of clothes.
I had heat stroke at the end of it. I was, I got done, or a mild one. I had such a headache. I had to sit in my truck for about 30 minutes. With the air blowing on me, which didn't help because once you're there, you're dizzy, hydrating. You just have to get out of it. So I drove home, just going, I got to make it home. I should have hydrated better, and I didn't. But I was directing, and I'm acting and trying to take care of sound, and I just did not put enough liquids in me. And
I have the same problem with that. I'll run around. Especially if I'm doing something with Mom. When hers, those gigs she does with her dancers last like 3 days or like 2 days, and there's 3 or 4 shows in that, and you're running around and you forget to do anything. You don't eat, you forget to drink water, and all of a sudden your head's pounding and you're dizzy and you don't know why, and you're like, duh.
Yeah.
So absolutely. And everybody, I'm sure we're not alone. Everybody, entertainers, anybody creating, even people out, everybody working on stuff, especially out here in the heat.
It's crazy.
It kills you, and then you don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I was home. I got home. I slammed the door and stripped down in my underwear and lay next to the fan. I was just on the floor. My wife does. She comes out. What in the hell are you doing? But but it was worth it. I mean, all of it is worth it. Like I said, I don't know why I just to that whole filmmaking thing. Anything like that could be looked at as a negative. Yeah, I just don't see it as that because I know where it's going and what we're trying to make, and all worth it.
Before we move on to our music section here, because you guys remember, Tony is not only a filmmaker, he's also a musician. He's brought some music so we can share today too, and I just love showing him off anyway.
You're so good at like supporting people. You're awesome.
Thanks,
you really are.
Well, I believe in you.
I mean, you do. Jim just comes on here and he grabs all these bands and he pumps it up. He sends me messages. Hey, what's up, bro? Embrace yourself and awesomeness. And he's got this positive attitude that really rubs off on you. And it does. It's a great feeling. I go, fucker, you always, and even I'm feeling like a little tired, and I got to get through today. Here he is going, hey, bro, you're awesome. Let's get this day. And I go, you got a really positive attitude. I think
gotta light that fire, man.
It's great.
Get that fire lit.
And it does. It makes me, because of you, I got to say, I think I have, a better attitude because you did say that, what was it? And you embrace it, embrace what you got,
embrace
conquer and whatever. And I always, I was never 100%. Sure, you have these doubts and things, and am I going to be able to pull this off? But I do it anyway, and I said I'm going to get through it. But that gave me the embracement part was like embrace it and take it on, and that clicked with me when you said that. I told you that I'm gonna fucking take that, and it did. It makes me feel I'm embracing everything, the good and the bad, and the talent, and I'm going to start rocking and rolling here from now on. I mean, music and films and whatever I can do.
Yeah, you need to share that talent, Tony. You got so much to offer to everybody. And I wrote a post the other day about how important it is that we all do this kind of stuff, especially you guys, and making the films and the music and writing the books and all this other stuff. Imagine what our world would be like without you guys. I mean, without any of us to you're creating memories for people. You're giving them happy memories, and you're making them laugh and cry and headbang and dance and do all these things. And then the music and film, it always brings you to that memory, like what you're doing that weekend or whatever. You remember, I saw that film and I got laid, or I got this. You know what I mean? Or that song, and then I asked that girl out because I was inspired, or whatever. It just brings you back to a happy gathering of friends or whatever it is. But it's so important the arts are, and we have to support them.
Well, and you always don't hear those stories like that. And I've had a few people say, God, I heard that first CD you did back then, and they remember that moment. And it's great to hear, and sometimes, you don't hear those stories all the time. Mm-hmm. And like I said, sometimes you doubt, is my stuff good enough? Is it, I think we all probably have those thoughts.
We all
creating stuff.
We're our own worst critics.
Yeah, I know I am.
It's never done that way, but by all means, we have to. There's so much hidden talent everywhere in the United States, and the Valley is. Oh my God, we're loaded with it here, and no one sees it because You just don't. You got the bands on the radio and your big filmmakers doing this, and they're out there, and everyone sees that. But I'm telling you, there's so much. And no disrespect to you guys out there who have made it, but you haven't seen what I've seen hidden here, and I'm trying to get it out there to share it for everybody. They deserve it. This stuff is phenomenal. Some of the things that you find in these hidden little bars or this hidden little coffee shop or whatever, or a great author, a great new artist, a wonderful new song, and then you come along and put out the music and awesome pictures with your modeling and movies, and you're all part of that, all you guys, and you make this world a better place because of it. And I'll be damned if I'm going to let that slide by me.
Yeah, I think it's a great way of looking at it, and I don't think a lot of us do creating because the world is so critical. Because you have the negative people out there, and those are the ones that are
absolutely.
And it's hard. It's not always, it's not easy to just blow them off, and people say that, especially when you gain popularity. If you're in a band and you start getting popular, and there's more people, that gives more people to criticize you. And when you get it, I can see the people on the huge levels, the Justin Biebers and can you imagine getting that, talk about, I hope you die and things like, negativity would I'm sure it beats them up, Jesus.
Yeah.
You're watching a movie, watching a movie, and then all of a sudden you do, but I think
you can't. You got to go.
It's not always that easy to just go, "Hey, I got to have thick skin and put up with it." So
you're right.
Because I went into it like that, and I'm going to have thick skin, and then pretty soon I'm like, "Son of a bitch."
Well, you can
just when I thought that guy was my friend, he talks, areas criticized.
You get 100 wonderful reviews that make your day, and then you just get one bad one, and it really screws your day up. You got to kind of get past it and just whatever.
Well, and I'll tell you, I think, like you said, embracing it and
every bit of it.
That put me, at the screening. I told everybody kind of invite some other people, and some friends and whatever. And there was a critic that gave me that feeling. It was like, here's the screening, because for them. And decided to criticize it right there at the screen. Give me his opinion or whatever you want to call it. Not really the time when somebody's having the moment for cast and crew.
Right.
You could have done a little better on this.
Just steer him over by me next time. I'll keep him sidetracked.
It's not a big deal. You just go, okay, I'm going to walk away from this circle for a moment. But because it happens, you can't stop people from doing that.
Sure.
But it didn't ruin the moment. The night. The night is, you can't let it ruin your moment.
Nothing could have taken away from that.
Just being proud of yourself is what, like you said, embracing what you did and what you have and giving it to the world. You're going to have those people that don't like it. But you're right. If there was no books, there was no films, everybody just said, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to be criticized, we wouldn't have anything.
Right.
Right. So you take a chance and get it out there and just, not everybody's going to like what you do. And that's something big to know up front when you do something.
Yeah, as long as you're going to understand that you're not going to please everybody every day, you got to get through it. And again, the thick skin thing, it's hard because those jabs, those needles are long, and they get through that skin.
They do at times.
But you have to look back at the 100 you got before that with the good stuff, and every once in a while someone's going to throw a curveball. Before we go into the music, I just want to have one more question to ask about the film. What advice would you give to an upcoming filmmaker that's just getting into his first project here, ready to put it all together? Other than run.
Get away. Go, run. No, I would...
what is he getting himself into?
I think anybody, if you're making films in any which way, if you're doing special effects, if you're a director, producing the film, just taking care of everything, and maybe not the producer as much, if you have a budget behind you, you can kind of pull in people depending on the budget. But if you're starting out, learn every aspect of the film. Learn how to do a little bit of everything. I've run across more directors that go to make films and they don't know how to edit. They don't know how to get the film off their camera. They don't know what setting to put the camera on. They don't know what lens they should be using, or just not even an idea of it because they haven't looked into it. I think going into something is like, I'm going to make a song, but I don't know how to record music. I don't know how to play guitar. I don't know how to really sing. And you can do it, but it's going to, what are you going to be a little weird. What are you going to have at the end? What's your finished product? And it's going to be a pain in the nuts to do that.
Yeah.
To actually figure out how to record your own song. Mm-hmm. So the same way with a film is look into the sound. How do you record sound? It's YouTube, man. Get on. We got fucking Google and YouTube. That's all I do. I jump on there. Okay, what's the best way to do it? I experiment a little. Prepare yourself a little bit for that before going into it, because you will run into that problem. And A lot of films do not get made. They don't even see the TV, the screen, the thumb drive. They don't see a completion.
Sure.
So it's very important. Yeah, you got to know how to get
perseverance, and you got to.
I mean, I had to kind of
keep that fire lit.
Yeah, well, and you got to know you don't want to have your film. You just put all this work into. And a director had this problem where he couldn't get the film. It was digital off of his new camera that he bought. Bought the camera, didn't look into the research, didn't look at how to get it off. There was special software that you had to download to get it off. And so he was stuck and he couldn't get it off. And I just, I feel so bad. But in the other, I'm thinking you need to really
do your homework.
Do your homework before you go in. Prepare. Mm-hmm. So that's the best advice that I can give. But go with it. Get out and make your film, and don't be afraid to do it. Like I said, there was an opinion the night of the screening. There's going to be a lot more that don't like Westerns. They don't like zombies. I've had people say that. Mm-hmm. A distributor actually that looked at the film and said, I love the effects. I love what you did. Especially, this part and that part blew me away. I don't like the story. I'm not into zombies. They've been just completely played. And I said, cool. That's your opinion, and that's not everybody's going to like it.
I remember you and I talked about that a little bit, but this is different. This isn't your normal zombie movie. This is awesome. This is totally different.
Thank you, and I hope more people
very
see
fresh.
That. My son agreed with that, and so it was a thing that I thought. I asked my son, should we do vampires? Should we do fucking werewolves or something different? Zombies are everywhere, and he goes, no, you got to do zombies. And I told him the twist, and he goes, yeah, that would work perfectly. So people may tell you to. There's a certain way to make a film, and this way you target your market, and you do all this, and you got to make sure you have, do it a certain way, and you don't. There's no rules to fucking filmmaking. It's like starting an oil painting and going, now, am I going to sell this, or is this a passion, or is this, what am I doing this thing for, and what am I going to do to please people? You don't do that. You just fucking start painting on the canvas, and you create a picture, and you go, this is what I envisioned, or this is where it went. This is where this journey went. Yeah. Just now in this hour or days or whatever it took you to paint that oil painting. And if it's done, and if people like it and they buy it and they say, I want to buy that painting you just did, then it's great. Or if they can sit there and stand it and go, wow, I love what you did with this and that. That's what the whole thing's about. That's what music is about. It's what film is about. It's about just doing what you feel at the moment, create something, and then you got to take a chance and put it out. And it's the same with film. You make your film and do what you want to do. If you want to,
you have no idea who's going to like it or not. But the main thing is you're going to touch some people. Yeah. And that's all that counts. Even if you touch like one person, change their attitude, or give them a better day, or bring them out of that funk, or whatever it is it's going to do. Right. As long as you're touching somebody.
Well, I think trying to put a monetary value of on your, like, I want to make this money, what should I do for the market? Yeah. I think you're going to fall short. I think a lot do. I think George Lucas, great example of Star Wars. Nobody got it. Yeah. The other directors watched it and goes, I don't get what you're trying to do here. Yeah. And he saw what he wanted to make, and he had his story he wanted to tell, and he did it. And look, nobody would have ever imagined. Mm-hmm. So I think had he taken advice and said, oh, I don't get it, I think you should do this, it wouldn't have the success that it did. Yeah. Of his oil painting or creation that he did. Mm-hmm. So, that's some advice, for those the newbies.
Yeah. Understand too, you guys, that the critics, not all the negative ones are complete assholes, but some of them are. I'll give you that. Some good ones and bad ones. They all, people are people, but some of the critics that are there to rape these things, they're getting paid to do that, and they have to nitpick. And I've had a critic years ago come to a show and say, man, I really like this, but I'm not allowed to say that because I'm supposed to be the bad guy for this magazine.
Isn't that horrible?
I'm just like,
well, it's entertainment. People love to hear somebody bag on somebody else.
So
that's
always,
not cool when it happens to you.
Yeah. So there's another twist there, and that critic's nailing you. He's doing a job too. So just because he said it's bad doesn't quite mean, and he had to look at all the detail. He had to watch it. He had to force himself
to find something wrong.
Right, and he's got to find something wrong with it, and that's it.
You can find something wrong if you want to.
Yeah, anybody and anything you can, but that's their job to dig it out, and they need better jobs.
Well, I think, yes, and everybody out there, look for... I put a post up about people that criticize to tear you down and make you feel less than, and then people that are there to actually help you. I mean, I had somebody look at my sound and the foley on that, and he gave me some feedback. He said, I don't want to rip your film. I said, I'm asking you to tell me everything that you see. Yeah. And he went through everything. He gave me some pointers. He told me about this. That's somebody who was trying to help me.
Right.
He was trying to, improve it. And
yeah.
I even noticed that if I don't ask him for it, and somebody says, you know what, I noticed this, and kind of, as opposed to somebody going, oh, God, you need to work on this, and, make you feel like shit.
Instead of going, Tony, come here for a minute.
Yeah, identify those people, and because I think when I was young, for myself, I didn't know the difference, and here a guy's ripping on me, and I'm trying to listen to him thinking he knows, a lot, but here he is just slowly chipping at me.
Yeah.
So, pretty soon I'm like, who am I trying to fool? What am I doing this for?
The bottom line, kids, is just...
get out and do it.
Do it. Don't care what anybody says. Trust me, just do it. Let's get into some music here, bro. I got like 3 more songs you sent me, and I want to know about these a little bit. Which one do you want to do first?
Well, let's say I first of all want to let everybody know, because I had so many people hit me up on Facebook or wherever about not only the modeling thing, because I haven't been putting up pictures of that. I haven't been doing much of it lately. And also the music I haven't been playing out, so people are. I had a lot of people saying I miss you playing out, because I was playing the Valley here quite a bit.
Oh yeah, and you're quite a showman up there too.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Talent, this guy.
Well, right now I'm working on growth as far as writing and songwriting, and I feel like it's a cocoon type thing, which I'm just kind of secluded, and there's been kind of this mind-boggling thing with music for me, where I hit this point, because I've written all these songs and I'm proud of what you're going to play. But for me, I'm going, it's just not, there's something missing in these songs. There's something that I know that there's something just not quite bringing it to here for me. And I haven't released a lot of music because of it. And I wrote a bunch of little tiny pieces, but I'm going, it's not going where I want it to go. And I'm in the studio now being produced kind of with my own music. I mean, he's actually... been really good, because I expected to go in there and go, well, you need to move this. And remember the Metallica, Metallica documentary? That was awesome. I like my music. What are you doing to my music? But I went in with an open mind, and I said, what do you think? And, he kind of threw a couple things at me, and that's what opened my mind. I went, fuck, it was like hitting the head.
Yeah.
Do you not
Brain
understand?
duster. Wake up.
Son of a bitch. I get what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. But now I've been trying to work my way through the notes and the music and how to get to that point of where I want to be. So now I started sending him music, and he's going, oh, I could see his ear perking up. Oh, yeah. Wait a fucking minute. That's kind of cool. So I know I'm doing, and that's feeling good to me. I'm going, okay, this is where I want to be, and I want to start writing more dynamics and more. But I'm very proud of these songs that you have, and I'll let you all know out there when the CD is released. My solo one. It's a solo CD. And I'll be doing a few of those over the next few years. I got my home recording set up right now. I'm in his studio to do this and be produced, and I'm learning a lot. And he's going to produce it. I could never do what he does, but he's taught me a lot of tricks, and my producing at home is getting a lot better. So I'll do more of an acoustic mellow thing at my house. Cool. But these songs are very important to me, because it's where I started, and The Fall Begins is a song that is my first song I ever wrote. Oh, and
let's hit that one first.
I was with a band, Wicked Season, that I got together. That was the name of the band, and it was the first one I ever played guitar in. I sang a little bit, and so I did a remake of that one at my own home studio. And because we never had a real recording of that in the studio before they shit canned me. So, but
you gotta go.
You know what? It was something that I set the rule in that band, because you got to pull your own weight in the band, and then hard times came on me, and I couldn't. I set my own rule and got X'd because of it. Yeah. I went, you're right, guys. We set that. We agreed on it, but a great experience in that band. Every band. So there's that, the remaking of Hangman, which you played, Impact, we'll talk about that. But if we start with The Fall Begins.
Okay, let's do it right now.
Can't explain. unexpected rain. Often I wonder which path we'll take, one with the ever-blowing wind. It's that pounding, oh how they'll make, but you'll know the ball begins. I don't care how long it takes.
The Fall Begins by Tony Noyes.
Fall Begins.
So that was your very first one that you wrote, or the very first one you recorded?
Full song that I ever wrote.
Okay.
When I got together with Wicked Season. I guess it was one that I wrote for a band. I wrote a bunch of songs and I put them together as growing up and playing guitar. Mm-hmm. And, I recorded them on the cassette deck, push play and record. And, and then bounce that to a second player and play the drums to it and try to record like that. But getting together with this band, it was the first one that I said, hey, I have this song, and I let them hear it, played it. And so we put it together, and then they put their flair and the other guitarists.
Their flavor and stuff.
So some of the leads on that were stuff that, the other guy, Lee Johnson, had played at the time. And I, just kind of adopted and wanted to keep it kind of the same in this version. But this version was, I just said, man, we never recorded it as a band.
Yeah.
So I want to put it down. I know it's long, and there's like I said, there's
million guitars, riffs, and
I was playing guitar only in the band at the time and singing just the beginning and end of that song, The Fall Begins, with the band. So I said, here's 20 guitar riffs, let's use them all. And so it's a long song, but I enjoy it, being my first and putting it together. And I said, let me just do another version of it, and that's it.
That's very cool. There. The next one, Impact. What's the story behind that one?
Impact is a band, Crazed, and Crazed came together about 2001. And I was hired in under another band. That was a strange gig, the whole thing. I was brought in as a singer. They had something lined up with a producer, with a backing, to have money, go into Salt Mine Studios and record a demo. Jeff Pilson was involved. There was all this stuff. So anyway, I got hired in to do that. And we needed 3 songs for this record. And we were struggling with songs. And I hate to say this because I don't mean to sound, I hate sounding arrogant or big-headed or something, but it's the way the story went. And it was just not coming together. They were writing very 80s. It was 2000. Mm-hmm. Things like Linkin Park and different things, Disturbed, were coming out. So we had to change the tune. And, and we tried to work all together. And I think we submitted 5 songs that got rejected. And I sang to them, and I finally came in. I said, guys, am I wasting my time here? I'm telling you, we have to go in a newer direction. Mm-hmm. They said, well, we got another one. And they started playing. I said, it sounds the same as the other ones. I said, here's one song that I have. We try this one, because if you don't want to try this going in a different direction, I'm not interested in this anymore.
Yeah.
I really don't want to sit here and spin my wheels.
That's not arrogant. You're just being honest.
Yeah, well, and it was. Yeah. I didn't want to. I was riding my 10-speed there because I didn't have a car at the time, so I'm riding in the heat, and I'm like, I don't want to keep doing this, guys, and fucking,
Yeah.
So Impact was the first one,
right.
And we did that one. The producer heard it and said, "That's what I'm talking about. Let's get something like that." And I just grabbed what was kind of current. I said, "Let's." Gear towards this.
I like how there's a lot of cool stuff in this song.
And then there's 2 others to it. I came in with 2 others, and I said, let's write this, and we got the 1, 2, 3 demo, which I actually have one for you.
Oh, cool!
Got all 3 on there. So there's one from Crazed.
Awesome.
And I'll give you this one. This is another one from League of Forgotten Saints, the 80s stuff, where I went back to the 80s.
Yeah.
Just not too long ago, for the last 10 years.
Oh, that cover's awesome too.
Yeah.
I'll have to put these up so everybody can see them.
Check them out, yeah.
Well, let's check this tune out, man.
This one is I want to give plugs to Stu Simone, who toured with Poison, and he played the keyboards for Poison for a couple of years until he was kicked off the tour.
Oh.
And I'll tell you the story. This is a great story because he was in the back, and they had some backup singers and Stu Simone back there on the keyboards, on a stationary keyboard. Well, they saw that he had the keytar, And was it C.C. DeVille, I think, said, man, bring that out, dude. Bring that thing out. Or Bobby Dahl, somebody did. Right, and they said, I don't know if Brent wants you to do that, He goes, Brent doesn't want me to do that. He told me, or Brett. Brett, yeah. Brett Michaels said, just you stand in the back, do your keyboard thing. So he just fucking brought it out. So he's running around the stage with C.C. DeVille, and they're doing this shit, together.
And Brett's like, I'll have none of that.
He said, we're not going to have that. Don't do that again. So then I think it was CC or somebody said, fuck him, bring that fucking thing out. That was awesome. So
I can see CC doing that too. He's always sticking it.
So he brought it out a couple more times, and then they ended up just taking his shit off the bus one day. He told me they're getting on the bus and his stuff's outside, and he's like, good luck to you, sir. And he just shook his hand or whatever. He didn't even shake his hand and left. But, So, but this guy was great. He took this song and took it to a whole nother level. Salt Mine Studio's amazing studio, just top-notch shit. And we spent all weekend in here and recorded this. And
let's check
it's called Impact.
Like a record, feel the impact. Never from the back, right up in your face and fact. In every day, in every way, I gotta say, we're ready for your attack. Come on now, rush the stage. Like you're finally engaged in an aggressive rage. Like fight a beast on a rampage. Now we need an impact. 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 Take the crowd like you're running it. And fuck it up for the fun of it. Together proud, everybody getting loud, screaming and yelling like a son of a bitch. And when the blood is dispersing, feeling no pain, every person is cursing. Are you feeling it? 'Cause I'm feeling it. Don't you know we need an impact? I'm breaking out again. I'm breaking out again. I hope it's never gonna end. Make it all the way, grading on your plate. I'll take you down with me. I'll take you down with me. Act out aggressively. Come on, create an impact with me. Train, never been the same, all the others feeling lame. To the top, never gonna stop the craziness. Keep the others all the shame, keep it going all night. Think we're gonna cease, but I never see an end inside. Gonna take it all the way, better listen closely when I say I'm breaking out again. I'm breaking out again. I hope it's never gonna end. Make it all the way, grading on your plate. I'll take you down with me. I'll take you down with me. Act out aggressively. Come on, create an impact with me.
That was so cool. That was Impact.
Now we made an impact.
That's so cool. You got a little bit of everything in that. That's cool.
Yeah,
and
great production, and that's like Stu Simone. You know,
I love it.
Gets credit for producing that thing. Really, I mean, you know, the idea at the end, the drums, you know, and the little, you know, the wah on it and everything is all his. You know, he's like, we should do that. I go, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
it turned out really good.
That's a fun one. Loud. Crank that one up, man.
Check out the other two on here. Embossed is really good. And No Way, No How. All three, he did an amazing job. And
cool.
Took those tunes.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear those.
Made them awesome.
Definitely have some fun with those.
But yeah.
Maybe we even play them.
But yeah, I was... I was just telling you, yeah, as far as the stage...
Yeah.
Jim had asked me if I was working on cover songs, and I'm not. I'm just doing writing. I need to get in my own headspace to accomplish what I want to do with... Like I told you, I'm kind of just I'm learning. I'm studying notes and chords, and
sure,
you know, it's a lot of stuff that I should have done a long time ago. You know, as a musician, I always heard, you know, learn how to play the vocal melodies on your guitar. I mean, if you want to be a guitarist, you should learn everything. Learn all of the chords. Learn everything. And I really never did. I play by ear, and so there's a lot of these weird triads and these different, you know, seventh minors and all these things that I just didn't dive into, and you know, the theory end of it, I guess, more. So now taking theory with ear and being creative
it opens up another door too.
Yeah, it does. There's a lot, so I need to get it swim inside there a minute and put some stuff together, write it, and I record it and move it around and switch it to where I go, oh, that's okay, like, you know, orchestrate something very cool. But so yeah, I'm not, you know, I'm taking a break. I want to say to everybody who's messaged me, said, I miss you playing out, because I know you all enjoyed that, and they came out to the shows, and I get messages. Shows. I miss seeing you do that, but I've done the cover thing, I've done the tribute thing, and it's, I did it for money at the time and pay the bills, but not where I really want to go musically, because now I'm in this direction of the originals, and I want to produce something different for people, just not a Kiss tribute, which has already been, Kiss has been done.
Yeah, been done.
So now I want to do something that, maybe you haven't heard in, just like the zombie western, something they've never seen. It's different, something new. Well, so I'm going in that direction, and if I'm sure I'll hit a stage again soon.
Yes, you will. I'll be there to hassle you as always.
It'll be awesome.
Give you all that crap I do, and send you those threatening letters, and
ghost fucker.
Asshole. As always, fucker. God, I hate this guy.
You just want to call me a goat fucker, man. What's up with that guy in the crowd? See him? Because you fuck goats. God, you fuck one goat and everybody calls you a goat fucker forever.
One time, man.
Yeah, Jesus. Unbelievable.
Oh, my God, you're killing me, Tony. The last one we have on here, House of Mirrors. Cool video. It's almost like a short story. It's like another little film. So it reminds me of, it's like it starts out that way, and then all of a sudden a song happens.
Right.
So
a little pause in the middle and a story behind it.
In that?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Zachary is in that.
Yeah, he's in that one too.
He does great. He's not only in it in the beginning, and he plays the kid getting sucked into the House of Mirrors. He also plays the guitar in there. He's in a clown suit.
Okay.
Nobody really knows that, and he's the one doing the flips and the tricks. In this clown suit, he does tricking. So I know there's a lot of kids in there that this whole troupe of performers showed up to the video, and I went, holy fuck. And
let's get it on.
The one girl sets up the whole little trapeze bar that she's spinning around. Is like, I mean, what a blessing to have all that happen.
It is. It's like a circus, man. That is the coolest video.
Great people. Everybody from, I think it was 12 to she was 60 something, balancing on the board. The one girl, and she'd get in the stilts and stuff. Yeah, you have over 60 in stilts. Performing, spinning plates.
Yeah, it's one of those videos you have to watch over and over because there's so much happening, and you'll miss all of it if you're just like focusing on you or the guitar or just like the little story part of it. You'll miss everything going on in the background.
That's what I love about that.
Yeah, and every time I watch it, I'm still picking up those little things. Like I missed so much the first time.
Everybody
was
like, what is great. This? It's happening all over the place. It is like
Tell
a circus.
Us, when I was trolling you, God, I found like 100 videos out there of all kinds of stuff. But where do we find you? What's your YouTube channel? So
you can just search Tony Noyes because you'll find my channel out there.
If you just Google you, it's all over the place.
It is and if you go to YouTube and do the same, just put in my noise. All right, my name Noyes, Noyes, and usually a lot pops up. Just and then just put my full name in. And the reason I say that is because I'm on other people's channels because we were doing collabs for a while.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Did one of the first collaborations doing that, and it sounds terrible. Looks terrible because we just started that.
Yeah, but
and now
these guys out there because you can see the growth.
These guys are amazing. Well, these guys got it down and they got all the sound perfect. I don't know if we talked about this the last time, but they really honed in. They had the recording equipment. And they're awesome producers, so they produce these killer songs, and they would ask me to send them a vocal track and a video. So I started being a part of their collabs, and it just went that route. So I was very fortunate that guys in Korea, in the UK, France. And there's one that we did with Carl Golden in the UK, and he's in the UK, and the guys are in France that are playing, I think, the drums and the vibe, but all over the world. I was so fortunate to be a part of that. So, just Google my name or search my name in YouTube, and a lot of their channels will come up with the songs and videos that we did, and you can just go check them all out. Some are, like I said, very old, rude ones, and some are very nicely produced, and some guys get into doing these music videos, and nobody's in the same room, and they put this production.
Everybody puts it together.
It's cool as hell. So someday, somebody will be touring 2 different countries where you can invite them up on the stage. We could finally be together one way or another and jam a song or something. It will happen, guys, I believe.
Now watch you get together live and it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
I guess somebody didn't learn their part. That was me.
Yeah.
Fuck. No, you guys
Tony who makes the rules and then breaks his own rules.
All of you guys are wrong. You're all off. I'm on. I'm the only one that's right here.
You're so full of shit.
Yeah. I've had that before. A guy was off. We're like trying to tell him, no, you guys are all off. Oh, all 4 of us are off.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's not
you. Sure. I'm crazy. All right,
love it.
Check this out. This is House of Mirrors.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, you gave me a great intro and I cut in on you. I did want to say thanks to everybody who was a part of the video. There's also Chris Yack and Tom Higgins on the drums, and they were playing the band members in there. And Joey, the DP, Joey Fleckis, showed up with his crew to do the camera work on the thing.
Cool.
Norm McDonald gave me rented me his studio there for the day, and then I went there and made it look like a circus with all of the...
And it does. It's so cool.
And production, I think I'm going to redo this song, at least guitars and things, because my production has gotten better. I did this in my studio, and it was one of my first. So for me, I'm listening now. You know how you do it. You listen back and go, ooh, God, I wish I would have done that different. But I'm very proud of the song, and it's a fun song. The video's even more fun. But I hope you all like it out there.
Cool. Now, are you done? Can I play the fucking song now?
No. On a side note, when you're putting on clown makeup, make sure that you have not baby oil. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, man, he's so bad. And that's not even what he uses the baby oil for. That was House of Mirrors by Tony Noyes. Awesome, dude. You're just killing it lately.
Thank you, sir.
You got it.
So are you.
Hey, that's what we do, dude.
You gotta get out there.
We gotta kill it and just have some fun.
You are. We were just talking a little bit, and you were just. I see you all over your MC and stuff. You're getting up and introducing bands. Mm-hmm. You're doing this radio thing, and you're promoting the shit out of everybody. And
I got a new album I'm working on too. I haven't told nobody yet. Yeah.
Awesome, positive vibes. So what's going on with you? I'm going to turn this on you like we did last time.
Do it again, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Well,
fill us in.
I'm still stuck in the hotel. As everybody knows, the studio was flooded out in the house. Still battling it out with them. It's absolutely ridiculous, but that's another story. I'm working on a new album. I brought in some really cool musicians to help me out. Working on this, having some fun. We got offered a tour when the album comes out. Don't know if I'm going to do that because I got so much going on with the podcast now and supporting everybody. I'm having a blast. So I will say it now. We're going to have our first festival. I don't know, probably about 4 to 6 months. Maybe we'll put it on and use that for a benefit. We're going to try to raise money to help everybody with recording and with productions and things like that. And we're going to funnel some of it to charity also. So
very cool.
It's going to be cool. So we're going to embrace and conquer one way or the otother, and
help everybody along the line. I think it's great, man. You got such a positive.
Yeah.
What's funny is because it is hard to see. I've seen a lot of people that have tried to bring the music community together. And it's difficult. There's so much competition and so much ego and all that stuff. But it's great that you do it. You can tell you genuinely just love doing it, and you're going to do it. You're going to bring people on. Mm-hmm. You're going to promote their stuff. You just talk highly of everybody in the music and like that. You're helping out with recording. Mm-hmm. Charity also, but which is kind of a charity, helping musicians that can't record their stuff. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of talent out there. And I just noticed you love helping musicians out.
Yeah. I got offered someone, I'm not going to say their name yet because I want them to tell the story with me, but the documentary, the life story, you guys know that I've been through hell and back 3 times or 4 times. Every day I wake up is a blessing now, as we know. It's called an anomaly now, and all that medical crazy shit. So I'm having fun, and I'm going to do everything I can while I'm here to make sure everybody else has fun.
That's cool.
So everybody knows there's no hidden agenda or nothing. I just do this because I love it, and I think these are amazing, talented people like you and everyone else I've been working with. And they deserve it. You deserve it. You guys all. And I don't know. It's my mission to make sure you guys are heard. Let's put it that way, and seen and done. And that's just how it is. So that's it.
I think it's great. I think it's awesome. And there's no complaints. You just do it. And I think the world needs more people like you. Just doing that for the passion of it and doing it and helping others. And,
well, thank you, Tony. And I agree with you. The world does need more people to support and things like that. And you know what? You guys can do us a favor, too. Every time this comes out, share it with all your friends, too. I know this goes out worldwide, and we've got lots of listeners, and it keeps growing, but we can make it even bigger if you guys share with everyone on your friends list and pass it around and just share with everybody, because what you're doing is you're actually helping me promote them, and that's what we need. So the more you share, the more they get heard and seen and everything else, and we all need to work together and keep doing that. So if I knock on your door and you're not doing it, we're gonna play a game called Pick a Foot, and I'm just kidding. It's a whole other thing.
Which toes you want to keep? Which two?
Which two? But no, seriously though, I'm loving this, and I'm loving watching everybody grow and just keep building up and take that next step, and it's just freaking great. So. You guys are great. Congratulations, everybody. Tony.
Yeah. Well, thank you, and thanks for having me on here. I appreciate it. It was
I can't wait
2
for
very
next
quick times. I was like, I didn't think I'd be on here back as quickly, but
look what you pulled off so quick.
There's a lot of shit that that's what I thought about. I'm thinking, what am I going to talk about? Well, goddamn, it's been what did we do? Last time I was talking about Dark Side of Opulent as well.
Yeah.
Which we were, doing the film. That'll be coming out soon, so I'll be announcing that as well. I get to play a Russian in there.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
That's cool.
But, But yeah, so no, I appreciate you having me back, and that you like what I do, and the support and your positive energy is awesome.
Well, that's not going anywhere, man.
Positive energy. Thanks for passing it off.
I have a whole ball of it,
like
and I just have to keep sharing it.
It's great, man. And I'll try to do the same. I'll take it and pass it on because it's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
do it, man. If we could all just get behind each other and push, and just bond up and make allies, not enemies, and stop competing. Let's just have fun.
Get out and do your thing, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Don't worry about anybody else or the naysayers. Do it.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think it's great. I think the competition is just a funny thing because I don't get it. We're all musicians. We're all in bands together. We play the same bills. It's not about, we're all just different bands. So you're going to play a little differently from this. It's not about being better than the other band or having more people there or whatever all that competition thing is about. I always just love to go out and be honored to be on the stage with other bands that were kicking ass, and let's make a night out of it.
Yeah, that's it. So keep dreaming, keep believing, keep creating. The main one, believe in yourself, and just put it out there, and don't give a shit about what anybody else says.
Well, thanks for letting me babble again on your show.
I
get on here and just talk.
I love having you on.
My God.
So give me some love, my brother.
Yes,
big man hugger.
Appreciate you.
You bet. You guys, thanks so much for listening. And, Tony's going to hang out and sign a few things for me.
What's the matter?
Thank you so much for listening today, you guys. Again, you've been listening to Tony Noyes on James C. Starke Radio. Always a pleasure to have you, Tony. Can't wait to have you back and see what you're going to do next. The new film is going to be cool. I can't wait to see even the next one. You just keep getting better and better at these. So you guys see Tony's movies, Claws and Undead in the West, October 18th and 19th at FearCon. All right, and that's in Tempe at Sun Studios. Anything else we need to say, bud?
I'm probably missing a lot, but if I missed anybody...
All right, my brother. Well, you know the drill. You want to take us out?
Yes. I am Tony Noyes, and you have been listening to James T. James T. Kirk Radio.
Scott Arnold Hamburger.
I love Star Trek. I was going to say James T. Kirk.
Good. You want to try this again, you idiot?
James C. C. Starke Radio. I got to do it again. Yeah. This is Tony Noyes, and you've been listening to James C. Starke Radio. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. You're killing me. You guys have a great day. Peace. I'm out.